Welcome to Ditch the Classroom. This is your host, Ariana Vernier, and I'm so excited that you're here. I'm a teacher turned business coach who is so passionate about helping fellow mamas like you ditch the classroom and pursue your big, hairy, scary dreams. Imagine a life where you could still impact the world, but do so while following your passions and spending more time with your babies. In Ditch the Classroom, we'll explore ways you can do just that. Myself, guest experts, and amazing teachers who have also built a successful business will share tools, tips, and resources to help you ditch the classroom too. Are you ready? Here we go. Before we hop into today's episode, I had to let you in on something special I created just for you. If you've been wondering if freelancing or virtual assistance is right for you and just want to get your feet wet to see if it's a good fit, then you need my Ditch the Classroom toolkit. This toolkit comes with 2 video modules to help you figure out what services you want to offer, as well as how to package your services in a way that will help you attract clients quickly and replace your income faster. There are also 2 special bonuses included. Bonus number 1 is the Set Your Prices video, so you can take the guesswork out of what to charge. Bonus number 2 is the Top 8 Places to Find Paying Clients guide. Right now, you can grab the Ditch the Classroom toolkit and both bonuses for a steal of a price, only $27. But hurry up, because this amazing discounted price won't last long. You can grab your spot at arianavernier.com/ditch-the-classroom or find the link in the show notes. All right, let's get to the show. Hello, everybody. Today's fun fact for this episode is that when I was little, I wanted to be an author. I still have some of the stories I wrote when I was little, and they're pretty funny to read. But anyway, today's episode is all about setting boundaries in your virtual assistant business. When you started this business or you're thinking about starting it, you're doing so probably because you want more time freedom to spend with yourself and your family. If you don't have clear boundaries with your clients and in your business, then that's going to take away that time. So it's extremely important to set those clear boundaries from the beginning with your clients so that they know what they can expect from you and they don't cross that line. Take this from somebody who did not set clear boundaries in the beginning and let some clients walk all over me. Please listen to this advice. I want to save you from some potential hardships, potential tears, and I want to save you just that energy. You want to give that energy to your family. You don't want to be drained by some clients who overstep those boundaries. So, boundary number 1 is time. How quickly can your clients expect to get a response from you? You don't want to set the expectation that you're going to respond within 5 minutes of their message. Generally, I recommend having a clause in your contract and very clear outline that they can expect a response from you within 24 business hours. Now, sometimes you're going to get back to them faster, but you do want to just have that in there just as a buffer in case, they send you a message at 5 p.m. on Friday. Like, they can't expect you to respond that quickly. So 24 business hours is a good kind of buffer to have in your contract. Another aspect of time is turnaround time with a project. So, for example, if you're doing social media management for a client, how quickly can they expect to get their social media posts done for the month? If they don't get you their photos till late, they can't expect you to have all of those social media posts done 24 hours after they've submitted them. They need to have set deadline. Okay, your photos are due here, and then a week later, I'll have your content ready from when your photos are sent to me. So they need to have a really clear outline of when those dates are that they're expected to get stuff to you so that you can get stuff back to them in a timely manner. Also, kind of already mentioned this, but just going a little deeper, what hours will you be available to answer questions and or be available to meet them? So if you're not going to be working on the weekends, You need to have that be clear in your communication. If you're still teaching and you're not going to be available during the workday, then you need to have that laid out clearly as well. You're not an employee for them, so they can't really expect you to have set hours that you're just focusing on their projects. But you need to be clear about this upfront so that they know when they can expect responses from you. Boundary number 2 is communication. How do you want them to communicate with you best so that you can keep track of what they're needing? So, do you want them to just communicate via email? Do you want them to communicate with Voxer? If you don't know what Voxer is, it's just a free text messaging app that allows you to send texts or voice notes without having your actual phone number. Do not, I'm going to repeat this again, do not give out your personal phone number. You want to be able to turn off notifications from work and not having it come through when you're spending time with your family. Use Voxer, use Slack. Those are kind of the 2 most popular ones, or just use email if you are good at checking and organizing and not losing emails. You also want to set firm foundations of where can they not contact you with work-related issues. So if they've added you on Facebook or they follow you on Instagram, make sure that they know they cannot message you on either of those platforms with work-related issues that you need to take care of, because those are likely to get lost. It needs to be sent in either the email, Voxer, whatever you're using, not those platforms. And again, not your personal phone number. If you offer meetings with your clients, when will they take place? Are they billed additionally for more meetings? So what I do, the discovery call is free. For my website design clients, I have a kickoff call where we strategize their whole entire website and what we're going to be doing. That's included in the price they've already paid. And then anything extra I would charge for. So if you're charging hourly, you should be including any meetings you have with your clients. That should be tracked towards your hours they paid for. So that should count as some of the time they've paid for. Also, you want to let them know how they can effectively utilize the communication platform you chose. So if you're using Voxer, which has the ability for voice notes, you want to make sure they're not leaving you 10-minute long voice notes all the time. Voice notes should be only 1 to 2 minutes, if not less, and not overwhelming. If it needs to be more than 2 minutes, then it needs to be a typed out email or a meeting, basically. So you want to make that clear too right off the bat. And then also, you don't want them sending 20 million emails because that's hard to keep track of. So you want to be clear. Send me all your notes in one email so I can keep track and make sure that I'm being as effective in your business as possible and not wasting the time that you paid for trying to decipher what you're needing through all these emails. So just being very, very clear up front. So some ways to implement what I've already mentioned with boundary number 1, time, boundary number 2, communication. Having, as soon as they become a client, giving them a welcome email or a welcome packet or a combination of both that states these boundaries. So when are you available to work? How fast can they expect to hear a response from you? When are due dates each month for stuff they need to get to you so you can get everything done that you need to do? How can you communicate with each other? If you're using Voxer, give your username for that, or if your email, give your email. Also, including in your contract clauses about these things. So 24 business hours before you respond. Due dates must be met for clients getting the information to the service provider. If due dates are not met, then the project will be pushed back, things like that. Now, what do you do if a client oversteps your boundary? Maybe they just forgot. Maybe they're a little pushier than they need to be. Maybe they see you as an employee. Maybe you're their first freelancer they've hired and they don't really know what the expectations are. So, number one, do not give in. Do not give in to them overstepping that boundary. You need to be clear about what it is they overstepped and how they can expect you to handle that in the future. It's important to refer to your contract or welcome email so they know you've already mentioned this boundary before. It's very strict. You're not going to overstep it. They're not going to overstep it. And just be clear that they've already agreed to this. So you can say, per the contract, I communicate via Voxer, as that's the best way to make sure I don't miss any communication with you. So please send me this message again over on Voxer, and you can close it at that. So again, do not let clients overstep that boundary, because it can be a very hard thing to turn around. Once you make one little exception, they're going to eventually start walking all over you. Now, some clients won't, but there's a few that will. So you just want to be very careful. You started this business to save your time and your energy and give more time to your family and the ones that matter. So you don't want to have clients overstepping that all the time and taking that time away from you. All right, I want to close out this episode in a little prayer with you guys. God, I pray that you help these women create a business that sets their soul on fire and that gives them the freedom and flexibility that they're looking for. I pray that you help them set clear boundaries and hold true to them so that they can avoid burnout and can create a business around their life and family instead of the other way around. God, I just pray that you bless these women, that you bring them clients that love them and cherish them and respect those boundaries. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Before you go, make sure you take a minute to subscribe to the show, leave a rating and review, and check out the show notes for a free gift to help you ditch the classroom. If you loved today's episode, can you help me share the message by taking a screenshot, tagging me on Instagram @ariana.vernier, and sharing it with your friends so we can help more mamas ditch the classroom and follow their dreams. Until next week, y'all, keep following the dreams that were placed in your heart so you too can ditch the classroom.